Good evening, my friends. This is your avid friend again, Onesimo, and I miss you a lot. You know, I've been so busy monitoring the campaign, the rally, and the election in the Philippines.
In the
And
Philippines.
I'm very glad it turned out very good. See, that is the best election I've ever heard and seen in the TV
Mm-hmm.
in the Philippines.
In the
But
Philippines.
tonight, we are going to review the version of English or Tagalog to English, vice versa. And Ariel will review it and we will continue
Okay.
the topic that we have today. And in the next a few minutes, then we'll go to the next subject we have to learn. Okay?
All right. Let's do it. I have needed a review of everything I've learned, but what I can start with is numbers and counting. Okay. So a review of how to count in Tagalog. So isa is 1, and then dalawa is 2. Feel free to count with me, Dad.
Tatlo
Tatlo is
is 3,
3.
apat
Apat is
is
4.
4, lima
Lima
is
is
5,
5.
anim
Anim is
is
6.
6, pito
Pito
is
is 7.
7.
I never hear pito. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But pito is 7.
Then 8 is walo.
Walo is 8.
9 is siyam.
9 is sham.
And 10 is sampu.
10 is sampo. Okay. So isa, dalawa, tatlo, apat, lima. I don't remember what 6 is.
Anim,
Anim. Anim is 6.
6. Pito,
Pito is 7. Anim. So after 5, I get confused. Okay, so anim, pito, walo,
correct.
and then what is
9
9?
is
Sham.
siyam.
And then 10 is sampo.
Sampo.
So I'm going to do that backwards.
Okay.
Sampo, sham, walo, pito, anim, lima, apat, tatlo, dalawa, isa.
Perfect. See?
That's maybe a good way to do it
100%.
is not just do it from 1 to 10, do it backwards out of sequence so you remember. Let's see. And my method of trying to remember is, I don't know, maybe I'll review like once every couple days or something. You know?
Yeah. That's a good start, you see? Very
Yes.
easy. Tagalog,
Yes.
very easy.
That was counting.
Just remember, 10 mga daliri, 10 fingers.
10 fingers.
Yeah.
Extra credit, Dad. What is like the teens, the 20s, the 30s, and then to 100? Because I forgot that one too.
Oh. 20s is...
Well, the teen, like, what about 11?
Oh, yeah. 11 is labing isa.
Labing isa.
12 is labing dalawa.
Labing dalawa.
13 is labing tatlo.
Mm-hmm.
And 14, labing apat.
Labing apat.
And then 15 is labing lima.
Okay.
And then 16 is labing anim.
Labing anim.
And then 17 labing pito.
Okay.
And then
Labing
18 labing
walo.
correct. And then
How do you spell walo?
walo is W-A-L-O.
Okay.
That's walo.
Okay.
And
Labing walo. Labing sham.
correct. And
And
then 20 is dalawampu.
Dalawang po.
Yeah.
Okay, what about 21?
Dalawamput isa. Like you are counting again 1 to 10. 1 to 9.
So dalawang
Put.
pot, P-U-T.
Oh, yeah.
Dalawang pot.
Isa.
Dalawang isa.
Dalawamput isa. Don't forget the put.
It's always dalawang put. Okay,
Yeah.
dalawang put is just 20.
Yeah.
Dalawang put isa is 21. Dalawang put
Dalawa.
dalawa. Wow, that's annoying. Dalawang put dalawa.
Dalawa is 22 because it's too
Okay.
long, huh?
Yeah, but I guess it does
Yeah.
sound weird if you were to say it in English.
Yeah.
Okay. Dalawang put tatlo, dalawang put apat, dalawang put lima, dalawang put anim, dalawang put pito, dalawang put walo, dalawang put siyam, and then what's 30?
Tatlongpo.
Tatlong po.
See?
So, tatlong P-U-T or tatlong...
Tatlongpo. Po. P-O.
How come 20s were dalawang put?
Because
and then
20 is dalawampo. Still, dalawampo, tatlongpo, apat na po. But,
and that's P-U-T, right?
yeah, but if you will start counting 21, 22, you will say dalawang put isa. There you will put that T at the end of the word dalawampo. After O, you put T.
How come it's not the same word? Because 30s is tatlong po.
Tatlong,
Oh, it's still put.
Yeah.
So
Po,
it's still
yeah.
P-U-T.
The PUT is when you use already that one. Tatlong put isa, like that.
So could you say tatlong and that's it?
Yeah, tatlong po is 30.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
tatlong put isa.
Okay.
You put also the long NG.
But for both dalawang and tatlong, you would both put afterwards, right?
Yeah,
P-U-T, even if it's just 20 or just 30.
Yeah, after 20 and after 30.
And then after it turns into 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah, like
all
that.
of that, then you just add the regular numbers, right?
Yeah.
And then what's the 40?
40 is apat na po.
Apat na po.
And then when you say 41, apat na po isa. Still, you will again use that isa, dalawa, tatlo.
How come it's
so on and so
apat
forth.
ng po? Is it
Apat na
because
po.
of the way it's spelled? Apat?
Yeah. Apat is A-P-A-T. So the last word there is, last letter there is T.
T. It's
Apat.
a consonant.
Yeah. And while the 20 is dalawampo. It is O. See? Those are, it depends on the construction of the word. If it is 40 is only apat na po. Apat na po. Yeah. Apat na po.
Because dalawa originally was dalawa, but sometimes you can add the nang or the
Yeah.
to the word because it ended with a vowel.
Oh, yeah.
And same thing with tatlo, so that ended with an O. But with apat, that ended with a T, so it's apat space
Na po.
na po.
Ayan. Apat na po.
And are you saying, you're still saying po like P-U-T, right?
If you, that in 40 it says apat na po. Okay? If it is 41, apat na po isa. See? The same.
Okay. Because I'm just making sure you're saying pot like P-U-T, because sometimes it sounds like you're not saying the T, but that's just the accent, huh?
Apat na po.
Okay, what about 50? So that's
That's
limang.
Limang pot.
Aha, I
Limang
get it.
po.
Limang pot.
Limang po.
Okay, and so what about 60? Anim,
Anim.
na pot.
Po.
Aning na pot.
Po. Yeah. If you now include the isa, dalawa, you will add T to that O of the po. Apat na po o anim na po. When you add the 1 to make it 61, anim na po isa. See?
Yeah,
The same.
anim na pot isa.
Yeah, the same.
Okay, and then for 7, pitong.
Pitong po.
Pitong po.
Yeah, pitong po. See?
Wait, and you're saying 70 is itong pot.
Pitong po.
How do you spell po?
P-O.
Oh, so each of them are still po?
Yeah, po, yeah.
Wait, Dad. So, wait, when I said 20, is 20 dalawang po?
Yeah.
Okay, but put is T is after when it's isa, right?
Yeah, when you
and that goes for
add
all
isa.
of them. See,
All of
that's
them,
what
yeah.
I was confused on, Dad.
Yeah.
Okay, Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, see,
Okay, and to go, so that's pitong na po is
yeah,
70, but then pitong,
pitong po,
but
pitong po.
pitong pot isa.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
right.
so you add the T when it starts to count over
Yeah,
the zero, okay, or over
yeah,
the
after
10,
the zero.
or Okay, so 80 is walong po is 80, right?
Yeah.
Walong po. But then walong pot isa.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
it.
and then you continue counting that same way.
Yeah, see?
And then so with 9 or 90, it's sham na po.
Okay, correct.
Hey, I can do the grammar. I
And then
got
when you
it.
start the one again, siyam na put isa. See?
Yeah.
Still, they're just
and then what about 100?
repeat, isang daan. Daan.
Daan. Wait,
Yeah.
100.
100. Isang daan. 100.
Isan, and so 100 is different now.
Yeah, 100. Isang daan. Yeah. You apply now the isa on the before the daan. See?
Okay.
Isang daan instead the one is after the 20. Now if it is you start counting by 100, isa now is the he comes before the daan. See?
Oh.
Kaya that's why you say isang daan,
Isan
daan, dalawang daan.
And that's
200.
101. Well, what about 101?
Isang daang, isa. See, you start naman the...
Well, what if it goes, so it's normal, but then what if it goes to 10, so 110?
Isang daan at 10.
At,
you put now the
At
isang daan at isa, isang daan at dalawa, and then
what about 111?
isang daan at 11.
Oh, that's so long. So
Yeah.
it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Labing.
11.
Oh, right. So the tens I remember are labing and then number.
Yeah.
What about 121?
Isang daan at 21.
So it's the same thing. It's
Yeah,
it's just a long. So are you every time? Is there no shorthand for like for numbers in Tagalog? Like
There, if you really do the right way, that is the right way. But I don't think any.
do people
shortcut.
just say numbers in English now
Uh,
in Tagalog?
because that is very long. It is Taglish, meaning Tagalog in English.
So most
So instead, bigyan mo ako ng 20. That's something like that.
So at a certain point, you just use English for
Taglish.
numbers, huh?
Yeah, sometimes. You speak Tagalog, you say, bigyan mo ako ng $100. Oh, see?
See, but if it was $1, then you would be like
Isang
isa.
isang dolyar.
Yeah, because it's just one.
Yeah, isang
But
dolyar.
after a while, you have to say that full sentence for
Yeah,
I don't know how it sounds when you get
big-
into the thousands, but you have to say that full thing.
Yeah.
That's weird. So you yourself, Dad, if
Or-
you were to say 221, would you just say it in English now?
Yeah. Yeah. Bigyan mo ako, meaning, bigyan mo ako ng 200 at 220 isa. See? That's 221. Very long, huh?
For how long in your life have you just been saying that in English? Like, were you ever used to saying the full, numbers in the 200s and up? Did you ever say that fully in Tagalog, or at what age did you end up just using Taglish and saying it in English?
We use only that in our subject, Tagalog subject.
Only in class.
Only in class because that is the teacher teach us. So you have to follow the instruction. But in the common conversation, we use Spanish or English. They say 21, 22.
What is it in...
See? That is
How do you say 100 or 200, for example,
in English.
in Spanish?
Ciento. 100 is
Ciento.
ciento. 200 is 2.
200. Oh yeah, 200.
300 is 3. Tres. Uno, dos, tres,
Okay, we're not
cuatro.
doing.
See? So,
I used to do well in
yeah.
Spanish also.
So that is what we do. So that it will be more understandable. Like
Okay.
instead of expressing it in Tagalog, sometimes we do it either in English or in Spanish. Because the other people must more understand it. Because the Philippines is composed of so many dialects.
Yeah.
And the only way that they could understand is English and Spanish as far as the
Okay.
numbers are concerned.
Okay, just to finish out Tagalog numbers then. So with each of the ones in the hundreds, it is isa daan,
Isang daan.
isang daan. What about 200? Dalawang?
Correct.
So it's the same thing as the other
As
numbers,
1, 2, 3, yeah.
except for the 100 part is daan, which is
Daan.
DAAN.
Yeah.
Okay, and so what about 1,000?
Isang libo.
Isang libo, and
Now
that's
the word is libo.
libo, and
Yeah.
then so that's dalawang libo.
Correct.
Okay,
See?
and then what about like when it gets to like 10,000?
10,000.
Sampung libo, 10,000. Oh yeah, 10,000 itself is and then what about 11,000?
10,000 labing isa.
Labing isa.
Yeah.
I mean 11.
11,000?
Yeah, 11 common.
Labing isang libo. Labing isang libo.
Labing isang
Libo.
libo. But then what's 1,000 again?
Isang libo.
Isang libo. And then what is 11,000?
Labing isang libo.
Labing isang libo.
Because it's after 10, right? You
Yeah.
start again in 1. So, labing isang libo. The isa is now the one there.
Labing isang.
Correct?
Isang. Oh, but then with 1,000, it's labing isa.
No, 1,000 is isang libo.
Isang libo.
Yeah.
Oh, and then, so isang first, and then libo.
Okay.
But then what's 11,000?
11,000 is labing isang libo. Now you insert that
isang
libo.
And then what about 12,000?
Labing
dalawang libo.
Okay, 13,000.
Labing tatlong libo.
Correct. See?
Now what is 100,000?
Isang daang libo.
Isang isang what?
Daang.
Daang. And daang is the one that repeats in the middle,
Yeah,
right? Instead of
yeah.
isang.
Isang daang. Isa is is again 1.
Okay.
Isang daang libo.
And that's 100,000, right?
100,000.
So that means the 2 zeros. Now we're gonna jump
Okay, listen.
to 1 million.
1 million. Isang million. That's what we say. Isang million.
Isang million. And then do you count further than that, like billion and trillion?
Billion. Because now they now use it million, billion like that. Because there
So
is
at that
no,
point,
at
you
least
just
now,
use English.
Yeah, English now because there is no Tagalog version of 1 million.
Okay.
See, this is what you have to remember. When it say 100, the word there is daan. The keyword there is daan. If it is 1,000, the keyword there is libo.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
See?
Okay.
If it is
That's
million, now we use the million.
good. Okay.
Isang
That's
million,
good.
you put only isa.
Okay. That was
See?
good. A good review of counting, Dad.
See?
Okay. So now we're going to go over some words. I think we already went over like basic greetings and things in Tagalog, which we'll go over again next time. But we want to do a section that's more home and family words. All right,
Okay.
Dad.
Ladies and gentlemen, my friends, my amigos, mga kaibigan, we will now discuss about the words we frequently use in the family, family affiliation, relatives. Okay, to start with, we have pangalan. Pangalan is name.
Pangalang.
Name.
Pangalang. Ah.
Okay. House. House is
Bahay.
bahay. That's
What is-
where you live. Bahay.
What's a kubo? Because I've heard bahay kubo.
Kubo is a hut.
Hothouse?
Yeah, a hut. It's small house. We call it.
Oh, a hut.
It's made of nipa. And it's now nipa hut.
Ah.
Bahay kubo. Nipa
Okay.
hut.
But bahay itself is just home.
Then kubo is the house. So hut.
Ah.
Bahay kubo kahit munti. Meaning even it's very small.
And I just know that phrase because there's a restaurant called Bahay Kubo in a
Bahay
historic
kubo. Okay.
Filipino town.
Now, to continue, now we go to the word age. Age is edad.
Edad. I-D-A-D.
Yeah, edad.
Because I think edad means something in Spanish too, but with E-D-A-D. I forget though.
Or
okay.
taon.
Taon.
Taon. Taon is edad also.
When you use age, so both means age, does that mean one person's age? Or could it mean like time? Like the age of something?
Or you could also, the age of this picture, like that.
Mm-hmm.
But for person, you should also use age.
If you were to say like...
Or you say, ilan taon ka na? How old are you now? Old. Taon.
Or edad. Which one's more popular?
Popular is taon. If you use sometime in a conversation, sometimes they ask edad, which is Spanish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now we have the tirahan. Tirahan is where do you live? So that's the address.
So that itself means address.
Yeah.
Tirahan.
Tirahan.
Tirahan. T-E-R-A-H-A-N.
Oh, tirahan.
Tirahan.
Yeah. And then we have tao. Tao means person.
Person. Tao. I've never heard that before.
Tao. T-A-O. Tao means person. You are tao. See? You are a person.
Tao.
See? And then we have a boy. Boy is lalaki. Or a small boy, small boy, that's a small...
like a...
batang lalaki.
So whatever you would say as boy.
Oh, yeah.
But would you say...
Or we could say male is lalaki. Or
lalaki. But would
male.
you use lalaki for anyone over like 18 or 20?
Yeah, you could say that. Or my...
would you... Is there a better word for like man?
Man is... lalaki also. But we'll say my because in Tagalog you say my kid is a boy. So ang anak ko ay lalaki. See?
Lalaki.
See, that is when you also use lalaki.
You know when some people's... This is a deep cut, but like in Tagalog or in the Philippines, there are people whose nicknames are boy.
Yeah, boy.
But that's English. Their nickname would not be lalaki, right?
No, not
It's
lalaki.
always boy in English.
Boy.
Ah.
Like that.
Okay.
It's very easy to pronounce or to remember. Boy. Halika nga. Oh, boy, come here.
Boy.
Yeah, the name is boy.
What
Now,
does mean, Dad?
if it is female, is babae.
Babae.
Girl. Girl is a small
Babae.
female.
B-A-B-A-E.
Girl.
Which almost sounds like it's spelled like babe, but with a different with an A, an extra A in it. Lalake. But lalake is spelled L-A-L-A-K-I.
Yeah, correct.
Lalake. How does the I sound like a K?
Lalaki.
Lalaki?
Yeah.
Or lalake. But you would say K, right?
Yeah, lalaki. You pronounce it as I, not E. Lalaki.
Lalaki.
Yeah.
Oh, it's lalaki. Okay.
Yeah.
And then babae.
Babae. Yeah, that's the E. Babae.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. Then mother. Mother is nanay. Nanay.
But sometimes it's shortened to nai, right?
Nay. Or if it is, let's say, it is not really your mother. Because she is an older woman. Nay. That's a sign of respect. Nay.
Nay.
But your mother, he is my mother. She is my mother. So, siya ang nanay. Nanay ko, nanay.
Nanay ko.
Yeah.
Okay, next time we'll do possessive and
Yeah.
I statements
So,
and that sort of
mother is nanay.
thing. Nanay.
Tatay is father.
Tatay. And you would say tai
Tay.
for short.
Yeah, for
Is it
sure.
more popular to say tai and nai? Or do a lot of people say the
Or
full?
when you are not so, if you are just talking to your mom like a informal, you say nay, tay. But sometimes in formality, you say nanay, tatay, like that. See? But sometimes you will say, ay, nay, tay.
But is nai equivalent to mom?
Yeah, mom. That
Okay,
is
but
the mom.
nanai is mother.
Mother.
And tai is equivalent to dad.
There are both mom
then
and dad, the same thing.
Tatai. But tatai is father. So that's the form of mom and dad versus father and mother.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now we have the ate.
Ate.
Ate, like elder sister. Ate.
Older sister, which I know.
Yeah,
Okay.
ate.
Ate.
And then kuya. See?
Kuya, older brother, which I
Elder
know.
brother, kuya. Right. And then the tita or auntie.
Tita.
Auntie.
Tita. Tito.
Yeah. And then tito, uncle, or if it is a real Tagalog, is tia. Tia or tio.
Chia. But then it's spelled, so it sounds like the Spanish tia and tio, but it's spelled differently.
Yeah, they pronounce in Tagalog tio. Tia.
But tio is spelled, like, tio is spelled Tiy. O. Tio or tia, Tiya.
Yeah.
So that's just the difference between the Spanish and the Tagalog. But does anyone actually use those still?
Yeah, usually they use those tia, tio. Now, and the young generation, they use tita, tito.
When did that start?
When in about after 1970s,
I
they
wonder
start
why.
using. Because they are more social. They have social.
But have the words tita and tito
improvement.
always been around, or did it just?
It was also around especially during the Spanish regime.
Okay.
But it just stopped because they are not using
They got
anymore
Spanish.
Now they use this Tagalog, but now the society become higher in a higher level of society or social. They put now tita to make it more social. Tita, tito.
Okay.
See?
Okay.
So that is the reason why.
Okay.
And then kapatid.
Kapatid.
That's a brother or sister. Kapatid.
Oh, and you always say it in that sort of excitement of like, my kapatid.
Kapatid. This is my brother or sister. Kapatid ko ito.
Does
kapatid.
that mean like my sibling or my
sibling. Yeah.
sibling, which is different than the ate and kuya?
Yeah, it should, but generally that is sibling.
But people kind of say it as like, that's my bro, that's my brother. But that's camaraderie.
Yeah, camaraderie.
Almost like as camaraderie.
Yeah.
And kapatid, it goes for male or female.
Yeah, kapatid.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the sibling kapatid. Yeah. Lolo, the grandfather.
Lolo.
Lolo.
Do you shorten it to lo or no?
Lo, sometimes that's like La, the son of Kennedy. La, that's for Lola. Lo, that is for Lolo. See? Then Ninang.
Ninang.
Like Ninang, Ninong Elmo, that's grandfather.
Godfather.
And then
Ninang
is godmother. See? And then asawa. Asawa is wife or husband.
So it's
spouse.
Genderless as well. So spouse.
So that is the lesson.
Is there any specific gender for wife or husband word?
There is. They will add asawa, meaning asawang babae, asawang lalaki. If you are telling the story,
okay.
You are telling the story of a certain couple. Si Pedro ang asawa niyang babae, like that, see?
I see.
But if you introduce, let's say, your husband, your wife, ito asawa ko. See? Asawa is
okay.
Husband or wife.
Okay.
Your husband or your wife.
Very nice, Dad.
See? So how about this salamat ko? Salamat, which thank you.
Thank you. So this is other words outside of the family thing, but here's some review. So salamat is thank you.
Thank you. So if you say big That's malaki.
Malaki. How do you spell that?
Malaki.
Malaki. So
Yeah.
lalaki, but M.
Yeah. Instead,
Malaki.
malaki, big. That.
So when you say lalaki, is it lalaki?
Yeah, lalaki.
Lalaki. But how come that sounds different than malaki?
Malaki, lalaki. Yeah, almost the same. Lalaki.
Almost the same.
There's I. Always
Oh,
remember,
okay.
there's an I at the
Big
end.
is malaki.
Then, maliit. Maliit is small.
Malait. Malait.
Small.
Can you say it again?
Maliit.
Malait.
Yeah, maliit.
Is it M-L-I-T?
Yeah, M-L-I-I-T.
Ah, maliit. So 2 I's. That's why you sounded that way. Maliit. It's much easier to understand Tagalog pronunciations because it's literally how it's spelled. Like the syllables make sense in Tagalog. It's easy to figure. I think it's easier to figure out than any other language because of the syllables.
But yeah, because you spell by syllable. Like this one. Ma-ba-it.
Ma-ba-it.
Meaning good.
Good. Ma-ba-it. I've never heard that.
Yeah, very good. Mabait means he's good. Good as a person.
Like, so that's a characteristic type of good.
Person.
But would you say it like this fish was good, like it tasted good, or no?
No,
it has to be mabait. A personal.
Yeah, you will not say mabait for a good fish. Mabuti.
Mabuti.
Yeah.
So mabuti is more for objects.
Oh, yeah.
And
mabait is for person.
Mabait is a person's characteristics. Like that's a good person.
Yeah. And then mababa.
Mababa.
Mababa meaning low.
Mababa.
Low.
How do you spell it?
Mababa.
So M-A-B-A-B-A?
Yeah,
that's it? Okay. How do you spell the other one?
The other one is mataas. Mataas means tall.
M-A-T-A-A-S. M-A-T-A-A-S. Tall.
Mataas. Tall.
Mataas is tall.
Then
what's low?
Mababa is low.
Mababa.
Mababa.
When you say big, maliit, does that mean like... Can we still go? Oh, we have 8 more minutes. Okay.
So, the word is mababa, meaning low. Mataas means tall. When you say mainit, very hot, that's mainit. See, the temperature is hot, mainit.
Ah, okay.
And then malakas, strong.
Mainit.
Malakas is strong.
Malakas.
Yeah, strong.
So is that, how do you spell that? M-L-A-K-A-S?
Yeah, malakas.
Malakas.
Strong. Okay.
Strong.
Mahina.
Mahina.
That is weak.
Weak.
Mahina.
M-A-H-I-N-A. I-N-A. Mahina is weak.
Yeah.
Malakas is strong. And then
mainit. Hot.
Mainit is hot.
Malamig is cold.
Malamig is cold. Malamig. How do you spell malamig? M-L-A-M-I-G?
Yeah, malamig.
Malamig. Mig. Malamig. Yeah. That subtle difference between the I and the E's in Tagalog is very interesting for me to listen to.
Not so much in E after the word. It's always I. Yeah. So malamig, cold.
Okay. Is that all of the words for?
Yeah.
Can we review some greetings or like some basic like hello?
Yeah.
Like
say mabuhay.
Mabuhay is just hello, right?
Yeah. Hello, mabuhay. Yeah.
But it wouldn't be goodbye, right?
Goodbye is paalam na po. Paalam.
Paalam.
Goodbye. Paalam. Like that. If you say, if you are that, paalam.
Paalam.
See? And then, magandang araw po. Meaning, good morning. Magandang araw. Good morning.
How come, what's umaga?
Umaga is morning. Umaga is morning. Magandang araw is good day.
Good day. Magandang araw.
Good day.
Good day. So, araw itself is always day?
Day, yeah.
Okay, magandang araw. Magandang umaga.
It's morning.
I only know that from TFC, from the from the news.
And then if,
Magandang umaga today in the Philippines.
but if it is night, magandang gabi.
Magandang gabi. And then magandang hapon.
Hapon is afternoon.
Afternoon. Good
Yeah.
good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Magandang
How would you say
hapon.
noon?
Noon, tanghali.
Tanghali.
Magandang tanghali.
Do people greet you a good noon?
In English, but in Tagalog, they greet you, magandang tanghali po. Magandang tanghali.
But then in English we don't say good noon.
Yeah, we don't say that. We say
I don't know.
afternoon. I think immediately you say afternoon.
Okay, so we say, so good day is generally magandang araw, but then magandang umaga is good morning. Magandang, what is noon again?
Tanghali.
Magandang tanghali. And magandang hapon, magandang
Gabi.
gabi. Magandang gabi. Okay. I like the name, I like the word gabi for night. I don't know why.
Yeah. See?
Okay.
And salamat po. Paalam na.
Thank you and goodbye.
Goodbye. See?
Paalam.
Is goodbye.
Paalam. Okay. What about hello, my name is?
Mabuhay or hello, mga kaibigan or kamusta?
Kamusta?
Ang pangalan ko ay si Ariel.
Ang pangalan ko ay si Ariel. And so, how would you say, so, kumusta? Kamusta ka? Or kumusta? Kamusta?
If it is one person, kamusta ka? If there are so many persons, kamusta kayo?
Okay, can you just say kamusta?
Yeah, kamusta? You say, don't say,
Kamusta?
kamusta? Ako si Ariel.
Ako si Ariel.
Oh, that's it. That's the best.
Or how would you
circuit.
say nice to meet you?
Gusto kong makilala kayo.
Gusto kong makilala ako.
Kayo.
Kayo.
I mean, kayo is them.
Because then I would say ako.
Yes,
It's nice to meet me.
Yeah. So, gusto kong makilala kayo.
Gustong
Kayo.
ko makilala
Kayo.
kayo. Do I look like mom right now?
Yeah.
Oh, like
a little bit. Yeah.
young mom.
Yeah.
Wow. If my hair was brown, I would just look like her, huh? Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
Gusto kong makilala kayo.
So, what are some other typical things? Like what are some things I learned in like the first chapter of Spanish? Like how to go to the library or like I'm going to the market. How would you say that?
Pupunta ako sa palengke. Palengke is market.
Really? Is there another word for market? Because I feel like I've
Tagalog,
never heard that.
Tagalog is palengke.
Palengke.
Yeah.
So, but pupunta
ako sa palengke.
Pupunta ako. So, pupunta. So, we'll go into like action words later. But
pupunta.
like when you're saying I'm going to, what are the different conjugations of that?
Going is punta.
Punta.
Yeah. Palengke is the market.
So, punta is I am going to, is punta, right?
Yeah, punta sa palengke.
What about you are going to the market?
Punta ka sa palengke.
Punta ka. So punta.
Ka is the you.
Well, so when you said papunta.
Papunta is I'm still going there. It's you still going to that place.
Punta is to go.
To go.
But pupunta is the actual present tense of to go.
Yeah, to go, yeah.
Yeah, what about I went?
I went nanggaling.
Nanggaling. Okay, so it doesn't work the same way.
Yeah, nanggaling.
Okay. I should brush up on Spanish too because I did really well in Spanish. I did honors Spanish and English. So I've always been good at languages, okay?
Yeah, Tagalog too.
Yeah.
Tagalog is so easy.
What about like colors?
Pula. Red. Pula
Red, that's
is
pink.
red. Itim is black. My hair is black.
Atim. What about gray?
Gray, puti. Yung puti, we call it uban. If it is a gray, it's already uban. Gray hair, uban.
What about brown?
Brown is, that's not so common, the brown. The pula, puti, kahel is orange.
How do you say hair?
Hair is buhok.
Buhok. I've never heard a lot of these words.
Buhok, that is hair.
But with a lot of these words, Like, also let me know if they're like still common to say or if you end up using English. You know? Like that's a good that's interesting for me to differentiate. Like when at what point do you just never use the actual Tagalog word anymore because you just want to say it in English, you
Yeah,
know?
because sometimes the society,
Mhm.
if it is a young generation, sometimes you talk them in Taglish,
Yeah, and we're gonna run out of time and
and
now,
it is
so that's all right. So that is it for tonight. We went through a lot of good things, and
yeah,
I caught on pretty fast, huh, Dad?
yeah. We
Very
will
good teacher
continue
too.
the excitement again next time.
Okay, paalam.
Paalam, salamat po.
Nice to meet you. I don't remember how to
Magkita
say that.
ulit. Kita
Magkita
ulit.
ulit. Ako, nice to meet me. Okay,
Okay, good. Right.
bye.
Okay, good.
Yay.